You know, earlier it crossed my mind that, hey, I'm getting a music related shoe. It's Monday, that's when I wear music related shirts. That's a cool little coincidence. Hey, so what's going on, people? I'm back, got another video to do. It's gonna be maybe quick. I actually got two boxes today. It should have been three, but I just realized when I opened the first one that the post office sent things, or not the post office, Amazon sent things in two boxes. I thought they were all in this one and this one, but it wasn't. But what is in here is this, so that's pretty awesome. You know, this little Undertaker figure. There's the back of that for you if you're curious. I got a couple things by this company. I got a Michael Jackson and a Freddie Mercury, you know, music room decoration and whatnot. So I don't know where that's gonna go, but it'll go somewhere whenever I find a place to live. And before I get into this, real quick. So first off, Tokyo Butter 23, right? He spent like his whole last week passing my name on to all his subscribers and things like that, trying to help me get more attention. And I very much appreciate that. A couple people did show up from there. They commented down below in the various videos and things like that. So thank you to you guys that made that jump over, and thank you to him for doing that. Also, to do the same for him, please do go check him out. He's very consistent with his videos. Puts a lot of time and effort into them. They're coming out every day. I want to say he puts them out at the same time every day, but definitely worth checking out. He does some very thorough research. And also, Me and My Kicks, a name that I don't bring up as often as I feel like I should. So he's another YouTube shoe person. So he's been very helpful to me, at least, kind of helping me work on making this better. And he, in the meantime, between giving me tips and such, he's been making some pretty awesome videos of his own. So not that he needs any help from me, because he's got like all the subscribers, but there's probably one or two of you that don't know who he is. So go on over there, check him out, leave a comment on any of his videos, and he will talk back to you like he knows you, right? Not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. Tokyo will do that too. But anyway, so I believe that's all I had to say. No, it's not. It's not all I had to say. Also, and if you follow me on the gram, maybe you saw me talk about a little giveaway that's tucked away into like a video that I shot at my mom's house. Well, there's a giveaway tucked away into a video that I shot at my mom's house. So that's all I have to say about that. Now, we can move on. So, this box. Well, you know, I don't always pay a lot of attention to things, right? I try to, but sometimes, you know, you just skip over some minor details, and that's kind of what happened with this particular pair of shoes. So, I saw what it said on the ordering and on the what's this thing upside down? Well, okay, I opened the box upside down, so that's mostly my fault. Anyways, so I knew what I was getting into when I bought the shoes because it says on the site what you're ordering. I just didn't quite read it. So I expected something else, but I got what I got because I got what I actually ordered. So let's see. These didn't, I don't want to say they were like a quick sellout or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure they were hanging out in some places, even though they weren't sold everywhere. But the demand was low, right? But I was under the impression that it was something more meaningful to me, so I bought it. Anyways, let's go ahead and, oh, wait. The side of the box. There's all that stuff that I usually show you guys. What does this even say? Ultra Boost NBHD. And then a bunch of sizing tags and such. Alright, let's go ahead and pull these things out. They actually look pretty nice. Pull this other one out here too. And push this box down to the side. Get that over there. So, they actually look pretty nice. I mean, basic, but nice. All the same. Okay, we'll go with this one first. So, before we get into the review and all that, I'll finish that backstory. So I saw these online and I thought, oh, those look pretty decent, right? There was actually two pair. There was this pair, and then there was an Ultra Boost 19 pair. It had to be a 19 pair because it had that cage on it that I don't really like. Anyway, so there was the two pairs, and I was thinking, well, this one looks pretty decent, but I don't know, it's probably going to move fairly quickly because it's a neighborhood collaboration, right? And they make good music. That's where my mind was, because I was thinking Neighborhood the band, but there's no you in this. This isn't that. This is some Japanese designer dude or whatever. So that's what I have. I have the shoes that were a collaboration between Adidas and some Japanese designer dude, not the people that made those albums that I like. But it's fine. It's fine because it happens to be rainy today, and I was complaining earlier about not having any rain-proof type shoes on. These are those show me the monies. So I'm going to knock out this review, and then I'm going to change shoes. So in a way, it's kind of working out just a little bit, even though I'm not completely thrilled with my not paying attention thing. But it happens to the best of us. That being that, it is now review time on this. The Adidas and Neighborhood Ultra Boost All-Terrain, right? So, I've never had an Ultra Boost All-Terrain, so this is my first actual look at one. It's very much the same as a standard Ultra Boost, which I happen to have on. I'll probably take this off in a second for a little bit of comparing. But let's go ahead and look at the bottom of this, shall we? So, one of the things that you're going to notice on here is it still, yeah, of course it's still the Continental outsole that you find on all other Ultra Boosts, but it's a little different, right? So you take that, you take this is, your standard Ultra Boost, a 1.0, not a climb as I suspected it was based on the material and stretchiness. But anyways, so this blocked out more so, seemed a little higher off the ground. This pretty flat and also round and flat on the bottom. So minor difference there. These are supposed to be made for all-terrain, obviously, so should be even more durable. I can tell that they're a bit thicker than your average. So we'll see how that works out. I mean, I won't be on any serious trails and such, but I am going to walk around in these at least for, actually, these won't even be good for the rain now that I look at it. They're really just all-terrain. It's not like a utility where it's all around. But anyway, so looking at the bottom of there, it looks like it will give you a bit more rugged readiness in case you do want to go out hiking and whatnot, along with some comfort. Speaking of, the rest of this here, this midsole, this blacked out midsole minus that piece right there, standard Ultra Boost stuff, right? Nothing too fancy there, but it is blacked out, much like the ones I'm wearing right now, so that's a nice little touch. Moving past that, because that's all there really is to say about that, the upper here, right? On the outside, you've got this kind of like teeth-looking sort of thing, and then on the back, you've got the Adidas or the Ultra Boost Neighborhood. No you, because it's not the band. Anyways, but yeah, so it's a pretty straightforward look. To me, it kind of, in a way, it reminds me of those first Yeezys I got, the Oreos from like 2016, I think it was, because it's that similar color, not quite white, but not beige. It's just like I don't know, it's like a dirtier version of white, basically, whatever you want to call that color. But yeah, and that goes all the way around, as you can see, and then from the top, that's what that looks like. I mean, I do kind of like the look of it. Not too bad. Again, better than the other pair, in my opinion. And then it just kind of fades out into some speckles on the back. And then this area feels a little different than what I'm used to on the Ultra Boost for some reason. I can't quite put my finger on it, although I do have my fingers all over it. But something about this, the material is just a little bit different. Something about the whole upper, the way they did this. So it's not your standard construction for any other Ultra Boost like I've seen before, because you don't have the standard like stitching pattern like you can usually use to determine if something is like a 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 19, because those all had something a little different. This one, on the other hand, take that out for a second, doesn't have that same sort of setup. It's almost very similar to the Uncaged, the way this looks and everything, because if you ever had a pair of the Uncaged, which personally I like more than the standard Ultra Boost, they had this kind of thing going on the outside and a little bit of a cage, yeah, and there it is, and a little bit of a cage on the inside to let it hold its shape. So that's how those worked. But they were super comfortable. To me, they were more comfortable than the standard Ultra Boost. But this, it feels a lot like your, like some of your standard prime knit shoes. It just doesn't look the same. But as you see, it's very stretchy on the inside there, which is what you would expect from one of these. It's just that it's a different feel overall to the shoe. But ultimately, it's all really still the same as far as feeling goes. But moving past that, on here, you've got these stripes that have a kind of lined out thing going on in there. It's basically like the Adidas 3 stripes, but actually no, it's more than that. It's more than 3, so I take that back. But still, it's just kind of striped out, similar to those shoes that I had yesterday, which if you didn't watch that video, actually it's not even online right now. So there's a video that's going to be before this one. Watch it. Anyways, thanks again to Straight to Feet for that one. Anyways, so back to this. The lace is pretty standard, nothing special. I don't think they're 3M, but I'll have to check that later. And if it is, I'll work that in at the end, or maybe I'll do it now. Probably not, because editing on the phone kind of sucks. So I said something about the 3M thing, and there you go. These laces are 3M, so that's kind of nice. And you got a little bit of reflectivity going on up there on this thing. So there's that for you. Kind of give you a little close-up like I was talking about earlier. But yeah, so not too shabby. I kind of like it. So there you go. Anywho, so moving past that, the rest of the upper, nothing too crazy. And then on the top of the tongue there, you got the Adidas logo. It's kind of a different sort of thing than I'm used to, because this part here, it's a tough material to really nail down as far as description goes, but it's a really potato sack feeling material with this Adidas logo and kind of like a rubbery plastic kind of just embedded onto it or whatever. So I like it, it's just hard to describe. And then moving into the inside, there you have that same thing, Ultra Boost neighborhood. I don't think there's anything else about the sole, and other than that, it's just a straight blacked out insole. And so as I said before, I'm gonna throw one of these on real quick just to make sure everything is like it's supposed to. Of course it does. So right here, this is a size 9.5, right? So I buy 9.5s in all my Ultra Boosts and such, unless they run out. It happens. But 9.5 is my preferred size on pretty much all Adidas shoes, honestly. Like from NMDs to Yeezys, right? I just put in a raffle for some Yeezys. Some green Yeet Shields or whatever they're called. Anywho, 9.5, that's my size. I feel that they fit true to size, and that gives me a good fit, right? It gives me the fit that I like personally. So, for me to you, whatever size you generally wear in an Ultra Boost, or a Yeezy, or an NMD, or a night jogger, whatever, that's going to be the size, which generally would be true to size. That's what I always say. Now, I know that there are other people with like the wider feet who might have their own say on things. Just eyeballing these, they look a little wide to me, wider than your standard Ultra Boost anyway. So I'm going to say that you're probably still good going true to size, but that would be your own thing. You got to figure that one out for yourself. I just can't do it because I don't have feet like that. So if you have a say in that, if you want to put that out to the world, go ahead, say something down below, and I'll put a little pin in it. So that way everybody can see it as soon as they come over here, if they look at the comments. I don't know how many people look at comments anymore. I feel like some people just watch videos and then they just move on after they, ask me if it's true to size, of course. So, moving past that. The comfort, these I haven't worn, obviously, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that they fit like any other, or not fit, feel like any other Ultra Boost, and that is comfortable. Super comfortable. All day, day in, day out, whatever you're doing, these are going to be there for you. You want to run, you want to hike, you want to stand around and work at Walmart, an Ultra Boost is going to be there for you all day, all night, and you're going to enjoy it. That's my take on it. Are they the best in the world? Are they the CM Punk of shoes? I don't know. I might lean towards it overall if you consider everything. Yeah, at least after I did doing that running test recently. That's kind of where my mind is, giving them the slight edge there. But who knows? You know, because it's up to you. It's all subjective or whatever. Anyways, I don't think I have much else to say. I've said a lot of things. They weren't all relevant, but I said them. So I guess I'm just going to wrap this up. Go ahead, change shoes, and go out. Again, like I said, these aren't really, I was originally thinking that all-terrain would mean like maybe you could wear them out in like muddy terrain, and you know the upper would be more suited for it. This feels like it's, I don't think that this is going to be ready for that, especially given, maybe you can kind of see that like, it's very see-through, very meshy on there, very meshy. But whatever, it is what it is. So, thanks for watching. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night. Go watch the video that I did before this one. Go see some Tokyo Butter videos. Go watch me and my kicks video. I point because there should be links coming up if they're not already there. And then tell me what you thought. All right? And tell them what you thought, too. All right. Later, people.